What's behind this massive wave of players looking to switch servers? You might think it's just about farming more gold coins, making more money, but it's not quite that simple. For a lot of people, the game itself has just become, a total grind. The daily quests are boring, the server lag is a nightmare, and the whole environment could really use a major update. Welcome to ZenXHacks. Here we give you simple, science-backed, life-tested hacks for thinking smarter, living calmer, and leveling up every single day. Today, we're booting up what might be the highest-stakes multiplayer game in the world, global migration. The goal is simple, right? Find a new server, a new world, a new life. And right now, it feels like millions of players are all scrambling for the exit at the same time. People are just fed up. They're tired of spawning into the same old challenges every single day. The traffic, the pollution. So the quest isn't really for a bigger paycheck. It's for a complete upgrade to the gameplay experience, a better quality of life. This brings us to the most important screen in the whole game, the character creation screen. Because before you can even think about picking a new world to play in, you have to understand your own character. What's your motivation? What is your ultimate quest? The right path for you depends completely on what you're trying to achieve at the end of the day. So who are you in this game? Are you the quality of life seeker, just looking for some cleaner air and less traffic? Or maybe you're a global explorer who wants to unlock the entire world map with visa-free travel. Are you a wealth builder, laser-focused on maximizing your income? Or are you a legacy creator, playing for the next generation, trying to build the best possible future for your kids? As the Schmook says, figuring out your end goal is the absolute first, most critical step. Okay, so you know your quest. Let's say you're the global explorer. You want to see the world without constantly having to grind for visa approvals. Well, for players with enough in-game currency, there's, let's call it a cheat code, a premium item shop where you can just buy your way past the grind. And that shop is located, believe it or not, in the Caribbean. A few nations there offer a direct path to citizenship. This isn't about earning experience points or leveling up over time. Nope, this is a simple transaction. You make a big investment or a donation to their country and poof, they give you a shiny new passport. It's the ultimate pay-to-win feature. So, what's the price tag on one of these legendary items? Well, let's look at the fan favorite, the Grenada passport. The cost for this little beauty is right around 300,000 US. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but the really wild part is the special abilities this particular item unlocks for your character. Check out these stats. With the Grenada passport, you instantly get visa-free access to over 140 countries. We're talking the entire EU, the UK, even China, just unlocked. The whole process takes only 3 to 6 months. But here's the game changer, the unique perk. Grenada has a special treaty with the United States. It lets their citizens apply for an E2 investor visa, a direct path to do business in America that's just not an option for Indian citizens. The catch? You do have to give up your Indian passport, but you get overseas citizen of India status, so you keep most of your rights, you just can't vote. And this chart really breaks down the different ways you can play this. The Caribbean route is like a speed run. It's fast, but it costs a lot of cash up front. Now, compare that to the Portugal route, that's the long game. It takes more than 5 years and a hefty investment to earn that passport. You only need to be there 7 days a year, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. The ultimate prize? Full-blown European Union citizenship. So 2 totally different strategies for 2 totally different types of players. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the main campaign for so many players, the United States, the legendary American dream. This isn't some little side quest. For a lot of people, this is the final boss. But getting there means you have to navigate some of the toughest, most complicated levels in the entire game. For most skilled players, the entry level is the H-1B work visa. Now, you'd think this part is a game of skill, wouldn't you? I mean, you've got the degree, you've got the experience, a huge company wants to hire you, but you would be completely wrong. This level has almost nothing to do with skill. It's a game of pure, random, dumb luck. Just look at these numbers. It's brutal. Every year, you have more than 800,000 people applying for only 65,000 slots. That's less than a 10% chance of getting picked. And it doesn't matter if you're a fresh out of college coder or the top recruit for Apple. Your application goes into the very same giant digital lottery drum as everyone else. And that's really the heart of it. As Deepesh Deshmukh puts it so simply, lottery is lottery. Your amazing skills, your perfect resume, the fancy name of the company that wants you, none of it gives you an advantage. You just cross your fingers and hope your number gets pulled. It's the great equalizer, just in the most frustrating way imaginable. So if the main path is basically a roll of the dice, what about the players who want to guarantee a win? Well, for those with let's say, a very deep inventory of gold coins, there is another way. It's the ultimate pay-to-win strategy, the EB5 Investor Visa. And here is the price of admission. You need to invest a minimum of $800,000 into a qualified American business project. These are usually in places that are rural or have high unemployment. Now, this isn't a fee you just pay and forget. It's an investment, so you could get it back. But it's the key that opens the most direct route to a green card. So let's walk through this quest line. First, you choose a government-approved project to put your money into. Second, you transfer the cash. Third, and this part is absolutely critical, your investment has to create at least 10 full-time jobs for American workers. If you manage all that, you get the legendary reward, a green card for you, your spouse, and any of your kids under 21. Okay, but listen up, because there's a huge trap on this level. A lot of players get baited by projects that promise them a high return on their money. Dashmut gives a major warning here. This is where the scams live. People get greedy, and when you get greedy, you get reckless. You have to remember what you're playing for. The real prize is the green card, not an extra 5% interest. Secure the prize, protect your money, and don't get distracted by risky side quests. And that really brings us to the final act of the game. After all these quests, all the money, all the waiting, what is the actual prize? It's so easy to get lost in the rules and the paperwork, but the most important part is your endgame strategy. What does winning even look like for you? Let's just compare two popular endgame servers for a second, the USA and Dubai. They offer totally different gameplay styles. The US server has a high opportunity rating. It's the classic American dream experience, but the trade-offs are lower safety stats and an incredibly complex immigration system. Dubai, on the other hand, has maxed out safety stats and zero income tax. But, and this is a massive but, and this takes us right back to the golden rule of the game. Dashmut just nails it when he says the right move really will depend on what is the end goal of the person. There's no such thing as the best country or the best visa. The only perfect strategy is the one that lines up with your personal quest, whether that's chasing wealth, security, freedom, or just a better future for your kids. So, as we log off today, the last question isn't about visas or countries. It's about you. If you were the one playing this game, what would your victory look like? What's your ultimate quest? Because once you figure out the answer to that, the whole world map starts to make a lot more sense.